Hi, I'm Matt and I'm really excited to share my brand Composty with you all today. I'm a former teacher and a busy dad of 4. We went for a third child, got buy one get one free. What a bargain. I love them all to pieces and I wouldn't change a thing. But one thing that did change was the way that it made me think. And I believe as a parent we have 2 main jobs: to keep our kids happy and to keep our kids safe. But as parents in the room know, kids are messy, right? And I spent most of my time cleaning up after them, and often it was with something like that. And then one day, after a particularly chaotic dinner time, let's say, I stopped and I thought, well, what is this thing made of? And what happens to it when it gets thrown away? So, like a lot of parents, when their kids go to bed, I fell down a Google rabbit hole. And Tom, I did make it onto page 2. And I found out that it's made entirely of plastic. And not only that, UK households alone use 400 million of them every single year. And that fact gets even more scary, because they can take up to 500 years to degrade. Now, to give that some perspective, if King Henry VIII had used one of these, it would still be on the planet today. But it doesn't end there, because they should also come with a health warning. Because each sponge can shed millions of microplastic fibres. And these have now been found in our blood, in our brain, and even in the breast milk that we're feeding our children. And that's not safe for my kids. So while still working as a teacher, and along with my wife Helen, we created Composty, our brand of sustainable sponges and cloths. And what started with our pop-up sponge has now grown into a full range: kitchen, bathroom, beauty, and even baby sponges. And from the moment we set out, we had 4 unshakable values. They had to be 100% compostable, plastic-free, long-lasting, and just something that people would love. And people do love them. Our pop-up sponge is the #1 rated sponge on the whole of Amazon in the UK. That's against eco brands, but also the big brands too. And our loofah scale sponge has been tested by the Good Housekeeping Institute and named the best eco sponge and the best plastic-free sponge against all competition. On Amazon, our conversion rates are between 35% and 47%, which is incredible. And on our D2C site, 1 in every 3 customers comes back and orders from us again. But this is a pitch about a business, so let's talk about the numbers. Well, in my spare time, I generated revenue of over £500,000. And £165,000 of that was last year. And I'm really pleased to say that from Christmas, I packed in the teaching and I've moved full-time to work on Composty. Yeah. And you can see how happy I am about it. So what is the plan for me? Well, for Composty, we're going to continue our growth on Amazon in the UK this year, and also focus on our rapid growth D2C. Something I wasn't really able to do while I was a teacher was focus on B2B. And we've got targets with retailers, hospitality, and also cleaning companies too. Next year, we're looking to continue our growth on Amazon, but in the vast EU marketplace, still hitting those B2B and D2C targets, with a forecast revenue of £780,000 next year. But you're probably thinking, well, how big can this get? Well, what Cheeky Panda did to loo roll, we're doing to sponges and cloths. Now, Cheeky Panda didn't change the way that you wipe your bum, but what they did change was the sustainable material that was used, and we're doing exactly the same. The UK cleaning product market is worth £4.5 billion annually. And the small niche of sponges and cloths globally is worth £4.2 billion, growing to £5.1 billion by 2030. So the opportunity is massive. To support this, we're looking to start a fundraise for £350,000. And this is to build a team around me to support our targets and our goals, to put money into advertising and marketing with campaigns for awareness and education, but also to increase our stock levels and bring out new products to sustain the demand that we're seeing. So thank you for listening. I would love to continue the conversation on our booth later, and we're particularly interested in speaking to investors or retailers. Oh, and before I forget, we do have 20% off at Amazon today, so you can scan that QR code, or you can just search for us in the app and make your purchase today for Composty and the Better Sponge. Yeah. Thank you.